Hi friends, today we will look into motivational theory, which is a process theory called equity theory of. In contrast to the need-based theories we have covered so far, process-based theories view motivation as a rational process. Individuals analyze their environment, develop reactions and feelings, and respond in certain predictable ways. Equity theory attempts to explain relational satisfaction in terms of perceived fairness. That is, people evaluate the extent to which there is a fair or unfair distribution of resources within their interpersonal relationships. Regarded as one of many theories of justice, equity was first developed in 1963 by John Adams. Adams, a workplace and behavioral psychologist, asserted that employees seek to maintain equity between what they put into a job and what they receive from it against the perceived inputs and outcomes of others. Equity theory proposes that people value fair treatment, which motivates them to maintain a similar standard of fairness with their co-workers and the organization. So there are inputs and outcomes. Inputs are the employee's contribution to the workplace. Inputs can be the quality of work, time spent, those are tangible things. Then intangible can be the commitment level and motivational levels, enthusiasm or involvement in the work, engagement. So these are intangible inputs. Outputs are what the employee receives from the employer and can also be tangible or intangible. So outputs can be the salary an employee receives, bonus, then it can be recognition and challenging projects or assignment which increases the achievement level of an employee. Take an example. So we have two co-workers from a logistics department, Sam and Eva. They both are in same job role and they have similar set of tasks. After the year-end review, when they receive their increment letters, Eva notices that she received an increment. However, Sam received a much higher increment than her. This naturally leads to an inequity and an unfair treatment. So that will lead to a dissatisfaction or distress in Eva. That's what this theory is about. So how this can be avoided? So that is the scenario 1. In second scenario, Eva received a nominal increment, Sam received a much higher increment along with additional job responsibilities. So in this scenario 2, Eva perceives that, yes, my colleague received a higher increment than me, even though we have put in same efforts, but along with a higher increment, he received much higher job responsibilities or additional job responsibilities, which makes the higher or a hike in the salary, a fairness in the salary hike which the other person received. Because along with the salary hike, the other person has received higher job responsibilities. So the scenario 2 won't lead to a dissatisfaction or a distress in the colleagues when they compare each other compared to the scenario 1 where there is a clear inequality among two colleagues who work in the same job role. This is what the fairness and equity of Adams' equity theory talks about. Okay, thank you for watching. Bye bye.